most watched, most trusted news with certified First Alert weather. This is WITN News at Noon.
Now at noon, a man is charged for the fatal crash that killed a 911 operator and her child. The breaking details just ahead. Plus, the man accused of killing Mariah Woods is set to appear in court today, with details we know ahead of his appearance coming up. And the suspect accused of making the bomb that brought down Pan Am Flight 103 is now in custody. More coming up. Good afternoon, I'm Lauren Baker. We begin with breaking news. A man is charged with a fatal crash that killed a city employee and her child here in the East. Rocky Mount police say Randy Sharp faces several charges for the crash that killed 25-year-old Natanya Richardson and her 3-year-old child last night. Among the charges are 2 counts of felony death by a vehicle and impaired driving. Police say the crash happened after 11 p.m. on West Raleigh Boulevard at Walnut Street. They say 37-year-old Sharp was driving eastbound when he crossed over the center turn lane and collided with Richardson. The mother, who was a 911 operator, and her child were thrown from their car and were pronounced dead at the scene. Sharp and another passenger were sent to ECU Health for serious injuries. The North Carolina Highway Patrol is investigating the crash. Also breaking this afternoon, 3 children under the age of 5 were found dead following a house fire in Greensboro. Our sister station, WXII, reports Greensboro fire officials were called to the 2500 block of Grimsley Street just before 8 this morning for a house fire. When they arrived, they found a house fully engulfed in flames and were told children were still inside. After putting out the fire, the 3 children were found dead. The mother was also found inside and she was taken to the hospital. An investigation into the cause of the fire is underway. The man who made national headlines after he was charged for the murder of an Onslow County toddler is set to appear in court today. Earl Kimrey is charged with first-degree murder for the 2017 killing of 3-year-old Mariah Woods. He was the child's mother's live-in boyfriend at the time of her disappearance, which sparked a massive search effort. Her body was eventually found in a creek in Pender County days later. Today's court appearance, which is set for 2 p.m., comes after several delayed trials due to the pandemic and other issues. District Attorney Ernie Lee has not said whether Kimrey will be in the courtroom for his actual trial or for a plea. Back in 2018, prosecutors said they would seek the death penalty if Kimrey was convicted. We'll be in the courtroom today, so stick with us all day long for updates both on air and online. We're also tracking a multi-vehicle crash on a bypass here in the East that's now under investigation. North Carolina Highway Patrol says it got a call just before 8 this morning about a crash involving 5 vehicles, including an 18-wheeler on Highway 17 northbound on the Washington Bypass Bridge. They say 6 people were sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, Jacob Conglington, has been charged with an unsafe lane change. The State Highway Patrol also says a cyclist was killed in a collision in Craven County last night. The incident happened around 9 p.m. just north of Spring Garden Road along NC Highway 43. Troopers say the cyclist was traveling south while wearing dark clothing when an SUV hit them. They were pronounced dead at the scene. No charges have been filed and no names have been released. Let's now turn to your First Alert forecast. Where last week, Russell, it was spring here in the East, and today, yeah, it's December for sure. It's so cold out there. Happening today, the Pelita Institute for Building Resilient Communities is hosting the ENC Regional Church and Community Holiday Collaborative. It's happening right now at the New Bern Riverfront Convention Center. The collaborative tries to bridge the gap between available resources and people in need. Organizers say more than 80 vendors are participating today, and with such a diverse region, it's important to connect people with as many resources as possible.
So Eastern North Carolina is home for so many people, and it's really about the connectedness between counties. I mean, we are only as strong as our next county over, and so we want to make sure that whether you're in Pitt County, Bertie County, Craven, New Hanover, Pender, or any counties in between, that you can get the services that you need.
The event began this morning at 10 and ends later today at 3. The Kinston Police Department is kicking off its annual holiday toy drive today. The Stuff a Patrol Car event will take place at the Walmart Supercenter in Kinston to collect toys for children in need during the holiday season. The goal is to receive enough donations to pack each one of their patrol cars. Officers will be there this week, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. collecting donations. Donations can also be dropped off at the Kinston Police Department Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Next week, when you're out and about getting that last-minute holiday shopping in, please consider giving the gift of life this year. December 21st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., the American Red Cross will have its mobile blood drive set up right here at our studio. It's located at 275 East Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. You'll want to make an appointment before showing up and bring a picture ID. Remember to eat good, like a good breakfast or lunch, and drink plenty of water ahead of your appointment. You can register by scanning that QR code right now on your screen or by heading to our website, WITN.com, where you can find a story with instructions for registering. Donors will get a free t-shirt.